YouTube ads or Facebook ads for real estate agents, which one should you run? There's three things you should consider, and we're going to cover them right now. During the last 7 years, we run these ads for millions and millions of dollars for hundreds of real estate agents. And the one thing that combines the success of real estate agents and really determines the success is, of course, first of all, the ease of use. So obviously, most real estate agents are not very tech savvy. They haven't done videos before. This is all very new to them. And that's why we have to consider, okay, how easy it is to set up the ads and get them to run. And this is where Facebook is the absolute winner. It's very easy to set up the ads. It's very easy to create the ads. So you can just use text and picture based ads. And you can also copy the ads themselves. So you have access to the best performing ads. You can literally just take the best ads, plug them into your account, and you're set. You're good to go. And this is where a lot of people also kind of hire an agency or somebody to do the ads for them. So very easy to use, and you can even done for you the whole process, very easy to set up. And Facebook is the absolute winner over here. Downside with YouTube, of course, is that we need to create a video ad because it's a video-based platform. So that is the downside. If you haven't done videos before, it may be a little tougher to do. And if you're not tech savvy, of course, YouTube is harder because, again, you do have to have a video. And that video is very difficult to outsource. Technically speaking, you could hire an actor, or you could hire a person to do an ad for you, or you could use an AI ad or something like that. But as we know, if you have watched my videos before, one of the main things that determine your lead quality is the fact that the leads have seen you personally talk, seen you walk, seen you tell stories, see your personality, see those little glimpses of reality, right? And so for ads to really work well, they do have to see that. And that's why, again, with video ads, typically it's a little harder to create as far as outsourcing it or delegating it or something like that. Typically it's better for the realtor to be in the ads themselves. And also with YouTube, the downside in terms of ease of use is the fact that the algorithm itself or the platform itself is definitely harder. It takes longer to really optimize your ads, really get them up and running, and really get your kind of like cost per lead to be dialed in. So you do require also more budget. As with Facebook, right, you can get started with a very, very minimal budget. As with YouTube, you do typically need to be able to spend at least $1,000 to $2,000 per month. Anything less than that, it's generally not worth it at all to use YouTube. You won't get basically any results unless you have that budget. So definitely in terms of ease of use, Facebook is the absolute winner. Let's talk about the second thing. That's going to be targeting. As far as YouTube goes, it has incredible targeting features. You can access people's search history, really their behaviors that they do online, their income levels. We can go very specific in terms of the exact geographical areas. So if you have a very, very specific market, let's say you have lakefront properties or you have vacational homes, you have very specific area. Let's say you live in New York and you want to target specifically Manhattan, just as a quick examples, right? You don't want to have the surrounding areas, you just want to have Manhattan, or you want to have specific area and specific place, right? Or specific type of customer. YouTube is absolutely the winner when it comes down to targeting. With Facebook, if you have run Facebook ads before, you already know that the targeting is limited to the housing area category. So you have a 15-mile radius where you can target, and that's it. We won't have access to income levels. We won't have access really to people's sort of like deep behavior patterns or any of the good stuff. It's really just based on that housing area that you can target it on. Now, having said that, with Facebook, you can still do targeting, and that's mainly done via the creative itself, so the ad itself. And the ad itself has to be a lot more polarizing. We have to be very polarizing with the ad, so we weed out the bad people in the sense that the people that we don't want, and we only attract the kind of like the right type of people that we want for our exact target audience. So again, if you were to create an ad in terms of targeting to Facebook, and you still only want to have people from Manhattan, you'd have to create an ad that would go to that 50-mile radius at the beginning, and you'd have to be able to speak specifically to people in Manhattan. So that this way we train the AI to speak specifically to those people. You'll still have some people kind of like that will see the ad, even though the ad itself is very polarizing. So definitely the winner in terms of targeting absolutely is YouTube, 100 to 1. Best targeting if you have a specific area. As with Facebook, if you're just fine with listing leads in general, so you have a larger area, you don't mind that leads come from 5 miles, 10 miles, 50 miles away, that's not a big issue. Then Facebook is still absolutely fine, still gives you good leads, but YouTube is the absolute winner if you want to be very specific in terms of price range and everything like that, or also the type of clients you have. That YouTube is definitely the winner in terms of the features and functionalities of the platform. Lastly, let's cover lead volume, lead quality, and the ROI. With Facebook itself, you can get a lot of leads for a very small amount of money. Your cost per lead can be very, very low. And let's say a lot of leads, I'm talking about 100, 200 listing leads up to every single month. So again, a lot of leads coming in. Obviously, the issue with a lot of leads oftentimes tends to be then the lead quality is lower. So because the cost per lead is very, very small, you're actually spending very little to generate yourself a lead. A lot of the times you have a lot of leads, but then when you call the leads, then the quality tends to be like slightly lower. Now, you can do it the correct way. You can set everything up as far as your nurturing, everything else, but compared to YouTube, of course, then Facebook is still lower in lead quality as well. So that means for you is that you do have to call some more people, you do have to do some more prospecting, and generally speaking, I would say the good conversion rate from Facebook leads is, as far as listing leads, anywhere from 1 to 3% from listing lead into a listing. So still good, you can still get 100 listing leads. Let's say you spend $20 a lead, that's $2,000 to get a listing. It's still fine if you do it the right way. But with YouTube, we're talking about something completely different. So with YouTube, the lead quality is very phenomenal. Again, because of the targeting functionalities, because of the creative aspect of the ad itself too. So with YouTube itself, you can have amazing lead quality because the person, when they actually click on your ad, they watch usually a full 30-second, 40-second, 50-second ad. So full screen, they're usually oftentimes on their laptop or their phones, right? And they're watching a full video of you speaking. Then they click on the ad, they have a lot higher intent. And then in addition to that, we have already targeted them in terms of their behaviors, income level, geographical area, all those things kind of combined together. And because of that reason, we get amazing lead quality from the YouTube ads. This is definitely the best lead quality you can pretty much get online. With YouTube, the harder part itself is, of course, then the fact that, okay, you do have leads coming in, but you don't have as many leads. So the cost per lead will be higher compared to Facebook. You will pay more per lead. But generally, as far as if you talk about actual leads, so how many people you go on a listing appointment with, how many people you do actual listing agreement with, definitely the conversion rates are phenomenal on YouTube. So as an example, one of our clients, she was able to run YouTube ads for 18 days. She got, I believe, 18 listing leads. And if I remember correctly, she had from 18 listing leads, she was able to close down on 4 listing agreements. And I believe, if I remember correctly, she did about 6 or 7 listing appointments. So definitely the conversion rate is amazing. And then if you get really good with video ads, the absolute ROI can definitely be really good as well. So she was able to spend $738 on her first 18 days. And in terms of closed deals, she got $72,000 in expected commissions coming from those 4 listings that she closed down on. After, obviously, she sells the houses, but we still get a very good view if you spend $700, right? Even though the number of leads wasn't that high. On Facebook, she would have gotten like a lot more leads for that money, but in terms of actual deals, in terms of actual listing appointments, actual conversations, that was phenomenal. So the only situation really in terms of Facebook that you should be using, of course, again, if you want to do more prospecting, more cold calling, and you just want to focus down on the cost itself, how much do you spend per each lead, then definitely Facebook is the way to go. As with YouTube, if you want to have less leads, but more quality, better people coming for you, YouTube definitely then is the way to go. Now, having said that, something to take with a grain of salt is of course that you do have to be good when it comes down to creating the actual video ad. So if you are somebody that has never created video ad before, or if you are very shy on camera, or you've never done like videos who want to be very like private, definitely can be harder unless you have somebody helping you out. So you do have to have somebody out there, giving you the templates, giving you the videos, giving you the tools for editing, the actual targeting, actual setup. So YouTube is definitely not the play for you if you're running ads for the first time and you're doing it by yourself. That's definitely not the way to go. Now, if you do have some help though, it's definitely doable. So we have a lot of clients, for example, we work with are in their 50s, 60s, doing social media for the first time and doing YouTube ads. And that's really the benefit of kind of like real estate industry, is that with YouTube, with video ads, nobody is able to really do them. Very few agents are able to create videos, or more so even use the YouTube platform itself, because it is a complicated platform. It is hard to really to do. And then because of that reason, you do have a certain kind of like moat, as Warren Buffett would say, the billionaire investor, is that you do have a moat around your business that somebody will not just come in and kind of copy your ads and just put them out there, right? Because with Facebook, even though it's easy to use, with the ease of use, we have people, coming in, taking your ads, running the same exact ads, and you kind of lose that competitive advantage. When you have somebody that's hard to do, again, you will need to invest into resources, to getting help. It will take you some time to create them, time to learn some skills. But when you do that, there's a lot less people that are willing to go through all of that, right? Or have that information like in first place to do that, and to do that effectively. So you do have a lot more sort of a situation with YouTube where if you're able to figure it out, it is something that's very hard to replicate. It is something that will create you very long-term competitive advantage against other real estate agents. So you can run these ads for a long time, get huge ROI, and really kind of like dominate the local marketplace when it comes down to that specifically. So if you want to ask me what I would do for long term, if you really want to do for long term, then I would definitely go for YouTube. If you're just starting out, Facebook is still a good way to kind of start running your ads, start getting listing leads, and then start to call those leads. So if you are somebody that wants to do a little bit more of calling, a little bit more of follow-up, and you're totally okay with that, Facebook is the way to go. And if you are somebody that really wants to optimize for lead quality, having people come in and basically being like, hey, I want to work with you specifically, let's sign a listing agreement, then YouTube is definitely the play as far as your advertising goes. So hopefully this video was useful, and I'll see you in the next one.